Harry, a big welcome to the Glasgow Clan. Good to meet you. So how big an opportunity is this for you at this stage in your career then?
For me, it was. I can't think of a better opportunity for me. When the opportunity arose to come to Glasgow, I bit his hand off.
So what do you bring to the team then? What can the fans look forward to when they see you out on the ice?
I like to think of myself as quite a hard-working, gritty. I like to play with the puck down low, take the puck to the net, just be direct. That's my sort of style.
Good. So you started out in the SNL with Moray Typhoons, played with Edinburgh Capitals as well, and then you headed down south to play in Peterborough and then with Milton Keynes. How do you feel your career has progressed in the last 5 years?
So my time with the Moray Typhoons was good. I was young. I was just 16, and it was good to start playing senior hockey. And then got the opportunity to go to Edinburgh and get a chance to train and play with elite league players. I was there for 2 seasons. The second season, I started to get to play a bit more, and I learned a lot from the imports over the course of the 2 years. I then went over to New Zealand, played a season in the summer over there, and then came back. Ended up going down to England. I was just in Peterborough for a short time before I got the opportunity to go back to the elite league with Milton Keynes, where I don't know, Tim Wallace, the coach in Nottingham. He was my coach in Milton Keynes, and he taught me so much in that 1 season that I was with him. And then Milton Keynes decided they got new ownership and they dropped down a league. I got a chance to play a lot more, get to play on the power play and stuff. So I think that's developed me. It's given me a better sense of playing with the puck, having the puck a lot more, getting a lot more ice time. I think I'm ready to come back, and I'm looking forward to playing with Glasgow.
So is it logical to assume then that coming to the Clan is the next step for you in the career, the next step up the ladder, if you like?
Yeah, definitely. It was just when I was first in the elite league, it was more about learning and developing. I think, well, I still need to learn. I still need to develop, and of course, I'll learn so much from the new head coach. But I think it makes sense for me to come to Glasgow and give it a try.
Now, you've already mentioned you had that summer in New Zealand with Botany Swarm. Tell us a bit about that. How did that come about? How much did you enjoy it?
It actually happened pretty quick. It was towards the end of the season with Edinburgh, and I'd been playing a bit. I was on the fourth line, and then the opportunity. Someone messaged me from New Zealand, and I spoke to them for maybe 2 weeks before I went ahead and signed a contract over there, and then sorted out my visa and things. It was good. There's only 2 imports in a team over there, so I got to play quite a bit. Craig Peacock was there at the same time as me. There was quite a few elite league players, Brits, Ross Venus, Adam Goss at the time, that he was our backup in Milton Keynes. I ended up meeting him shortly after New Zealand, so there was quite a few of us.
I'm glad you mentioned Craig Peacock, because that was going to be my next question. You come up against him and Kevin Phillips, both, of course, former Clan players. They were at West Auckland Admirals that year. Do you remember anything of those games against that particular team and, of course, those particular players?
Yeah, definitely. I remember Craig. Craig was a standout player over there. He's a standout player pretty much wherever he goes. And Phillips. I met them a couple of times, and it was nice to see other Brits over there and play with guys that you recognise, familiar faces. Which it was a tough game against those guys.
What are they like on the ice? Are they chirping? Are they always at you? Are they always trying to get a rise out of you? What are they like?
When I played against Peaks in the Elite League, yeah, he was quite chirpy. Over there, I think it's a bit more friendly, a bit more relaxed. But no, they're both good guys.
Good. So what was your favourite part of that time in New Zealand? You were there, I think, 3-4 months or something, going by the information I've got. You know, what was it like over there? Just the general experience, and you're a Lord of the Rings fan as well. Was that something to get into as well?
Yeah, so pretty much when I went over there, we only trained twice a week, and then we had 1 game on the weekend. And there's only 5 teams in the league, so you used to fly. Other than the other Auckland team, the rest of the games you would fly to that were on the South Island. So it was a good opportunity to get to travel. I funnily enough had family over there, which made me want to go. So I got a chance to meet some family that were over there. They've been over there for 18 years. I'd only met them once before when I was little. So yeah, it was more. I was playing hockey, but I was also getting to see another part of the world, which I don't think I ever would have got to see if it wasn't for my hockey career.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of guys saying when they go to New Zealand and Australia as well, it's just a wonderful experience playing hockey and getting to see a different country as well. That's great. Now, last year, I noticed you'd played in one or two of the short format tournaments that took place through last season. Obviously, the pandemic played havoc with the hopes of a regular season. You were in MK last year. Tell us how strange it was to play in front of basically an empty arena.
It's a difficult one. You still get up for the game because at the end of the day you're still competing against other players, and if you weren't to show up and compete, you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb. So I think we all still competed, but it is difficult to get going for the game when you've maybe only got a couple of staff walking around the rink and that's about it. There wasn't one person sat in a seat. But at that point during the pandemic, I just wanted any hockey. Any hockey was better than no hockey. So I think everyone that played in that just enjoyed the moment.
And we're going to see a few guys coming into the team who haven't played at all since the lockdown back in March 2020 as well. So it's going to be interesting how you all come together when it comes to seeing what you're all about as well. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach will get us all sorted out in pre-season. I've not really spoke down here in England. We've been skating. I mean, the rules have been a bit looser down here, so we've been able to skate for majority of the time, and we obviously got to play in a couple of the short format tournaments. So I've been quite lucky. I was only off the ice for the initial lockdown. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how guys feel. I think most of the imports they've probably been skating for a while now. I'm not sure what Reese has been up to or Jordan McLaughlin. I'm not sure if they've managed to get much ice up in Scotland. I'd imagine not with how strict it's been. But no, I'm sure in pre-season we'll be able to iron out anything like that.
Definitely. Going back to playing in front of empty stands, was there no hiding place from the coaches? Some of them can get quite loud, quite vocal during the game. You can get away with it, I suppose, with a crowd in there. I take it this time there was no escape.
Yeah, no, there's no hiding. No hiding at all. I don't think there's any hiding even when there's a crowd in there. The coach is always keeping an eye on what you're up to out there.
Yeah, I imagine Malcolm would be the kind of guy you would hear him.
Yeah, sure.
So what do you hope to get out of your time with the clan then? Big season for you, Harry. What are you hoping to get out of it?
Just from seeing what Malcolm's done in his past, I think I can learn a lot. I think he can teach me a lot and make me a much better player. That was one of the main reasons for coming. That if he can develop me more and I can help the clan in any way to maybe try and win some silverware this year.
And we've heard Malcolm say that working with young players is something he particularly enjoys. Is that encouraging to you as someone so young, keen to make the mark in the Elite League?
Yeah, when I spoke to Malcolm, he explained he's worked with young players before, and I just think that's a great opportunity. I think just how much he can teach me. He knows how to teach young kids. He knows how to develop them. I think everyone wants that opportunity.
Now, you'll have been keeping an eye on the players coming in, I'm sure. What do you make of the team that Malcolm's built so far? Some interesting names in there, some interesting stats as well. What do you make of it?
I think he's trying to win something this season by the looks of things, and that sounds great to me.
So, the last couple of questions. It's the questions I always end with, starting with a fun fact. What can you tell us about yourself that not a lot of people know about you?
A fun fact about me. A fun fact would be that I love to play football in my summers off, and I support Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, another team with a lot of change as well.
Yeah.
And finally, just to finish off, Harry, do you have a message to the Purple Army? They'll be watching this. What do you say to them?
To them, I just want to say I'm so excited to see them all in the stands. I remember playing against you guys, and you were loud, always loud. I'm excited for the first time to skate out and see all the lights on their phones. That's really cool.
Excellent. Well, Harry, it's great to meet you. Great to have you on board as well. And I'm sure the fans will look forward to seeing you later in the year. And thank you for your time.